What's up, folks? You guys remember Brandon, right? A couple years ago, we did a small series on the Rivian truck. It has finally arrived. He picked it up about 10 minutes before I met him here. And why don't you tell us about it?
It's a 2022 R1T launch edition. The 315-mile battery, 20-inch all-terrain tires.
Nice. So tell us about the experience. Like, you had one that was coming to your home, and then something happened, and you ended up here in DC.
Yeah, so we live in Charleston, South Carolina, and we were contacted by a guide last week, and they said that they had a unit for us. And then they called us 5 days later and said that the unit had not passed quality inspection. So they did, bent over backwards to help us. Absolutely great customer service. They found a unit that somebody had changed their configuration on after it had been built and delivered to the service center in DC. And they asked us if we were interested. We were interested, and we were looking to do a road trip with our new adventure vehicle.
Exactly.
So this worked out great. We flew up. They picked us up from the airport in our new Rivian. And here we are.
There you are.
That's 6 miles on it. So
6 miles. And they've got their Plugshare app like they had from their Tesla, and they're ready to go. They saw our friend Kyle from Outer Spec and Inside EVs. They saw his video on the Rivian and determined that they definitely can make the trip with the stations that are available. But they're actually going to do it firsthand and let us know how that went as well.
It's about 587 miles.
It's not too bad.
We're going to do it in 2 or 3 days.
Okay, so you can take your time. Yeah.
Well, still a lot of driving.
It is a lot of driving, but it was about 9 hours straight with the Tesla.
Yeah, 9 or 10 hours is what they're saying.
But it's not worth it to do it straight. It's a pain to drive.
So
here's a car that was designed by Franz. All right, back to the show.
That's another reservation holder.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so we've had a lot of, there he goes. We've had a tremendous amount of interest when we were getting oriented by the Rivian guide.
Nice.
Somebody came into the parking lot.
Oh.
Came up and tapped on the glass.
Is this one of them Rivians?
And it was like, what is this?
Oh, what is this? That's the other one you get.
Yeah, so we had to give a tour while we were getting our tour.
Nice.
And
good thing you're an enthusiast.
We drove over to this brewery here, and the entire brewery emptied out. And everybody has, of course, been in it and inspected it and taken all their pictures for social media.
Definitely.
And we're, 45 minutes into ownership.
Absolutely.
That's part of the excitement, I think.
Yeah.
Owning something new, being on the cutting edge, being excited to share it with other people and people that maybe had never been exposed to an electric pickup truck before, or even thought that was something that was possible.
Yeah.
So
why don't you tell them what's special about this day in history with us?
A lot.
Yeah.
This is our designated car day.
This is car day.
So it was 6 years ago today. Casey put the reservation down on the Model 3 that we ended up getting. And then 2 years after that,
it showed up
today
in 30 minutes.
It showed up. And then 4 years after that date is today.
Oh.
Here we are picking up on our new electric vehicle.
Yeah. All electric. That's the way to go. So you want to give us a tour of the vehicle? Is it just all right, Jack?
Yeah. We can walk around, I guess.
Yeah. You want to start at the front? Get to the trunk?
I guess we'll start in the back.
Okay.
I'm sure everybody's seen tailgate, power tonneau cover. We did not get the full size spare. They put these nice
dividers
in.
So you don't get those if you get the spare.
I guess not.
Yeah. That sound you heard was the VRE train. So if you want to commute far, not deal with traffic, that's a good option. Look at these tires.
Yeah.
Ginormous.
20-inch, 32-inch, I think, diameter.
Oh.
Yeah, but we've already used the gear tunnel.
What are they, 19s in the middle?
20s.
20s in the middle, okay.
Yep.
Got the gear tunnel full?
Yeah.
It'll support my weight. It's also a chair and a first aid kit.
Oh. There it is.
Yeah. The other one's not a first aid kit. It's just a step. Or a sleep. I like this interior color.
So this is the Black Mountain interior, which is the only interior that was available at the time. They have now started producing the ocean
Nice.
interior. We like the we like the Black Mountain with the launch green
Yes,
color. So
I think that's a good combo because the other colors they do better with the black, the yellow, the blue.
yeah, we have a 3-year-old, so
Right.
we assume that dark colors are gonna help a little bit now.
So do they have stain protection, or do you have to put your own?
What do you mean?
Like how my seats are made of plastic?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, speaking of protection, though, there is PPF.
Oh, on that. Nice.
Yeah, just that.
Just that. Oh, in case you open it into like a tree stump or
I
something.
guess so, but that's nice.
That is nice.
But a PPF never hurts.
Never hurt anybody.
But yeah, there's the interior. Got
You still got the guards on the pedals. I like that little box.
speaker.
Yes. And then you got your flashlight here.
Yeah, flashlight, of course.
Has one cell in it because they had to have that exact battery numbers that they wanted. So they put one cell in it. It's a bright flashlight. It's daytime right now. Okay, I was about to say, does it turn itself off when you plug it in?
And the key is,
A carabiner.
I can't explain to you how nice this key is.
That's nice.
I mean, it's so heavy.
I haven't held the key yet. Yeah, that's
It's so
quality.
substantial.
It's quality.
Yeah.
And then you've also got a key card and a phone app.
We have 2 key cards, the phone app, and then
The wrist bracelets.
they're gonna mail us 2 wristlets.
Okay. Okay.
as
So do you have to hold them up like here somewhere, or
well. So the key
there's the key card
shows you here.
next to the door handle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then on the inside.
Yeah, and then on the inside here.
Okay. They probably use the one sensor on both sides. It's pretty cool.
I guess so. But what they said was interesting is you can lock and unlock with this key.
Yeah.
But there's 2 different sensors on the. So
Oh, one is locked and one is unlocked.
so this side is unlock and this side is lock,
All right.
which I thought was kind of neat.
That's interesting. I would just use one and toggle it.
There you go.
All right. So it's got cameras everywhere. You got blind spot. And this thing is, when I spoke with the engineers, remember, they said that this will be able to autonomously drive through the woods. I don't know why they chose that first, because the road is hard. I would think that the unmapped forest would be harder, but they disagreed. And you got parking sensors and ultrasonics everywhere. Let's take a look at the front. And then the range of heights on this thing, right now it's in normal mode.
This is slow.
This is in low mode.
Yeah, this is low. The one thing that nobody's really talked about.
The charge port.
Yeah, I haven't opened it yet.
Yeah. Is it locked? There it goes. It was locked. And if you forget, it'll close. You're going to be using the heck out of those CCS plugs.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised that they even put it on there, because you can actually close it with that on there and it doesn't damage it, which is amazing to me. I wouldn't do that because you don't want to keep the dust and stuff out of it. But I've seen people forget and it do that. Power frunk. Come on, Tesla. Why is there no power frunk? Lame. Uh-oh. You got your Monroney label. All right. You got your gear guard cable. You got your charger. Okay. I like they got
This,
ample lighting.
supposedly,
Your front plate bracket.
this will.
Yes, magnets. So this is the child safety remote latch. Yep.
But don't forget about the.
Yeah, the one I drove the other day didn't have this net in it, or at least it wasn't up. If it did. Let's snap a picture of your Monroney. Yeah, so I think this is the one that we sat next to in New York. The one that we had on the screen while Brandon and I were talking about how the event went down. Right, document 6. Sweet. So I got the Rivian logo kind of all over. I think it's behind us now. Cool. Let's put that in there. Well, that works too.
Oh, but something.
Oh, the whole thing comes out.
Something nobody showed me
That.
is this button under here is huge. It's like probably 3 inches wide.
Can't miss it.
Yeah.
And I like that this is for when you're on the trails.
Yeah. So that was really nice. I was worried we were going to be hunting for that front button.
Here's the front button, and here's the front camera. I love that. This thing can move some air.
Yeah.
So these are what they call the stadium headlights. Get your high beams, low beams, and then the accent The accent goes all around. And you got your light bar. So the whole thing flashes green when you charge. The prototype we looked at, that we talked about, the prototype actually filled in as it charged, but they got rid of that function. I think it also changed to another color if you have a problem.
Oh.
Like red or amber.
I hope I never see that.
Hopefully not. Well, unless it's like, hey, you just didn't plug the charger in all the way. And then you've got more cameras on the mirrors. Auto handles. You want to take us through the front screen and all? I love these mats.
Sure.
Ready for delivery. So one thing Brandon pointed out is that the doors are quite substantial. You have to put in a little more force than you might expect. And I just pushed them harder than normal anyway because the Model X has made me lazy. I like that sound.
There's a lot of things that are definitely you would never accuse them of
having ridden in one of those before.
coming from another automaker.
Right. I do like that. Like the turn signals are what are they? Frogs or crickets or something?
Yeah, it's like raindrops.
Raindrops. Yes. Brandon offered to let me drive his, but I was all over the road in the last one I drove. So I was fine.
So something I thought was interesting is only sport mode allows you to go into the lowest ride height.
Really? Well, that makes sense though, because to go to low height, you want to make sure that there's nothing coming up under the truck. So that's conserve mode. I like how it actually, like, you can actually hear stuff clicking.
I guess you can in conserve too.
Okay. Which makes sense there because you want to save aerodynamics.
But it has a default mode that it tries to go into when you change it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, everything is
it's familiar.
Certainly familiar. I haven't noticed this. The visible.
Oh yeah, that's familiar too.
Indicator.
That's how I knew that the headlight was out on my Model S.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was playing Cyclops. I had one beam showing on the right and nothing on the driver's side. So we called up our friend Scott. Well, actually, we called up Tesla, and they've sent our friend Scott. So this is just drive modes?
Yeah, your drive modes.
It's weird. It looks like it would be a four-wheel drive symbol. Oh, you get 82%.
You can power. You can control a lot of stuff from inside the cab.
Yeah, there's a gear guard.
You can open the hood.
Just no big deal, because you can close it from there, too.
Oh, object detected.
Oh, it might be seeing the tree, because remember how my doors are? That might be why your hood doesn't open all the time. But at least here it tells you why, because when we opened it from outside and it went halfway, I was like, what's that?
Closed. Oh, something that's neat.
Yeah?
Is
nothing here yet.
When you turn on you don't need a USB.
For the gear guard?
For the gear guard.
Nice.
Yeah.
So is it stored in the car?
It stores it on the car.
How do you get it out?
If you want to remove it from the car, you plug in a USB.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, do they email you or something? But yeah, the USB is the way to go.
So you can save things, and apparently when you have something, it gives you a date of when it will be deleted.
Oh, wow. That's even better.
So you know how long you've got.
To save it.
Yeah, to save it.
Does it do dash cam as well, or you need the thumb drive for that?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, that might be coming in the future. This is just like any other EV that you've seen from a non-legacy automaker. You get updates all the time, and that is fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you got heated and cooled seats. This one's on heat, that one's on cool. Nice.
And again, definitely
nice.
Totally unique.
Oh yeah.
You've never seen
that before.
You've never seen anything like this. This is industry. You can adjust the rear passengers. Rear seats are heated, not cooled. The front seats are heated and cooled.
That's familiar to me. Is the center seat heated as well?
I don't know. Looks like no.
That's fine. Who sits in the middle anyway?
Not me.
Alright, so you don't have Wi-Fi, but you have full LTE.
Yeah, something that was kind of neat is that the car comes with, I guess for the first year or 2 years or however long, the trial period is it's free hotspot.
Oh wow, that's a nice bump up.
Yeah. So
Any limits on that?
I don't know. We're gonna find out. Probably this weekend.
Dear Brandon, please disconnect your laptop or give us $10.
I'm trying to think of some stuff that.
Oh, is this your charging network?
Oh, look at that.
Charge speed. Up to level 2. So you'd want to not select those when you're on a road. Over 100, up to 100. You can pick. Oh yeah, don't forget the Rivian has their own network coming out. They've got like 10 stations I know of, but they're growing fast. ChargePoint and EVgo are the biggest ones on this side of the country. And then available. That's probably a good one to search for, unless you're planning a trip. You want to. Oh yeah, there you go. And there we go. We got it. Now, how do you find them? This? Oh.
There you go.
There's that reset. Yeah, why not do a Rivian network? And only the fast stuff. We don't need that slow stuff. But up to 25 kilowatts, that means they've actually got probably, what, an 80 amp charger in there. A little more than 80, probably 100 amp. Because 80, I think, is 22.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
All right, so you got to zoom out to find them, because clearly they're not right there. Very responsive. There's some. That one's near me. It's next to the supercharger. No, that one's at Sheets. But,
So to our trip home, which is meandering, we used a better route planner.
that's the good way to do it. I love better route planning.
And so I'm curious when the time comes how a better route planner stacks up against the automatic navigation.
That's a good question. They used to be further apart on the Tesla, and then Tesla actually got a little better than they used to be. But I still let it log into my car, because then it can tell me, you're definitely not going to make it. We've seen you drive. We see how much charge you have left. And they go from there. Does it, did Better Route Planner offer to let you log into this one?
Not yet, but we didn't have the car.
That's true, that makes sense.
So we'll have to see.
We'll see. So then over there you've got your front screen, which gives you your map, very much like my car. You get your map, you got the what the auto drive system sees, speed. Then you've got this wonderful roof. And then you got your flashers right here. And then you've got your emergency button, which if the airbags go off or if you need it, you push it and it'll call a safety operator. I think it's the first American car I've actually seen with the SOS button in it that wasn't like a Toyota or Mercedes or something where they just kept the whole car.
Yeah, it's so far it's just been, it's still surreal. It's surreal. Yeah. You're interviewing me and I'm in the car that I put a deposit down
3 years ago.
3 years and 3 months ago.
Wow.
And you know, here it is.
Here it is. I like it's also got the dimming mirrors, because remember on the Model 3 that was a saga whether you had them or not, because they would, depending on when you got your car, they would bring it in and bring it out.
Oh.
You can tell by it's got that little trim ring around the edge there. Where it's, you have to look closely. I don't know if you can see it on the camera.
Yeah, looks like it's got a, I don't know if it illuminates if there's somebody in your blind spot or not.
That's a good question.
We haven't
I do remember seeing it. I think it was on the mirror, but it may have been on the screen.
When we were driving at low speed, we haven't really gotten up to more than
You've been 3 miles.
Yeah. This interface here is amazing. I mean, it is just as good as,
in some ways, better.
Competitors. Tesla's, I mean, it's the same. It's so quick to respond, and we were driving in heavy traffic in an unfamiliar area, and it did not take long to get confidence inspired.
Indeed.
By the vehicle detection system.
And it's got one pedal driving, so you only need the in normal driving. You only need the accelerator if that's enabled.
And standard regen is,
it's aggressive.
I mean, it makes a Tesla seem like an ice. I mean, it's like I have never, like, I had it on high, and if you lift, I mean, it's like you slammed on the brakes.
Right.
I mean, slammed on the brakes.
I don't know if I was in high or standard.
Standard is very aggressive. But what's interesting about it is that it's very intuitive, because there's the pedal has so much length that you can so quickly find this kind of like coast zone.
Yes.
And so you're just cruising up and down the throttle range.
Yeah.
And it does not take long at all, especially in traffic, to just kind of find where you want to be.
Exactly. It's like a delicate balance, but it's natural, intuitive.
It's very intuitive. And I mean, we haven't driven an electric car in years. We sold it in 2020.
That was a good time. The prices were up through the roof.
And yeah, I mean, it was like riding a bike.
Yeah, and if you're a sock driver like me, like I don't drive with my right shoe on typically, so I have a sock on the right foot, and it just feels good under your foot, and it's natural, and I do recommend it if you're a sock driver. If you're a shoe driver, it was fine, but I just feel like it's that much more in sync with my vehicle when I take that sock off, or the shoe off, I should say. Don't take your socks off. That's gross. If it's your car, that's different, but it was somebody else's car. Yeah. Have you had a chance to sample the sound system yet? That's one thing we didn't do on the other one.
No.
All right. Well. All right. So we're about to mute it. I'm gonna tell you if it's good or not. Oh, if you do tune in, then you can just do my show. Or not my show. You can do the Tesla Life show. I don't think I actually submitted my show yet. Oh, local radio.
No, that's not gonna be what we want.
Oh, we're definitely gonna mute it. We're gonna listen to regular radio. Yeah, it's playing. So you turned up. 0% buffer.
Selling your car? At Midway Motors, we'll buy it from you, even if you don't buy it from us.
It's the most we've listened to the radio.
Right? All right, cut it off so we can, don't get cut off. All right, so that was good. That was good. They've got these settings here, which are really nice. The sound system is by Meridian. It was set to on and low for the 3D sound and the dynamic adjustment. We went ahead and set it to enhanced and high. And then right now it's still in the default flat. So
We got somebody else
yeah.
It gets attention.
It does.
Everywhere it goes.
Yeah, I'm starting to blend into the background. I kind of like it. People still ask me, where's the motor head in that thing? Like, well, they're everywhere. In your case, they literally are on every corner. Yes. All right. This is a plastic card, not a metal card. So that means that this is metal. Yeah. So there we are. 3 years and 3 months in the making.
Yes.
Brandon finally got his Rivian. I want to thank you all for catching us, and we'll catch you on the flip side.